Well, let's take a look at what's going on with the oil embargo. This is Trump's oil embargo, by the way, and is leading to some very strange things. We have the Mexican cartels, these heinous crime organizations that have been created by drug prohibition, just like Al Capone was created by alcohol prohibition. These cartels have been created and sustained by that, and that is still their main business, but they get into human trafficking, and they also get into selling black market oil to escape the taxes. It's the same kind of thing that you see everywhere. The taxes are really high, like, for instance, the taxes on cigarettes in New York City. You wind up with people, and this is the guy that got one of the guys that was selling what they call loosies, selling individual cigarettes so that people can buy them on the street without having to pay the taxes if they buy like an entire carton of them at a time in the store. And so whenever you get the taxes too high, you wind up creating a black market. And that's what's been happening. There's been a black market in oil. The cartels, though, are now reversing that black market, and they're smuggling oil out of Texas and into Mexico because the taxes have gotten so high in Mexico. But as you've got the cartels involved in a black market, you've got Trump involved in BS fascism with his freedom fuel stores that he's doing. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But isn't it interesting that whether we're talking about a drug war or an Iran war, there's always these adverse effects, just like a big pharmaceutical war against us. There's always these adverse effects, things that pop up that maybe they didn't even plan. So fuel smuggling is now the second largest income source for the Mexican drug cartels, after only drugs. Mexico's drug cartels have long made money by smuggling illegally obtained oil into the U.S. They're also now smuggling fuel back into Mexico in a scheme to sell the product at full cost while ducking taxes. As much as 1/3 of all fuel sold in Mexico may be illicit. Yeah, they were stealing it from the Mexican oil companies there and selling it in Mexico, but now they're going in the opposite direction. This is the crazy way that they have distorted the marketplace here. So that brings us to Trump's distortion of the marketplace, his so-called freedom fuel gas stations. And remember, Trump said, I'd make a great communist. And this is very much like Mom Danny's New York City idea that, hey, food is just too expensive. So we're going to have New York City government under me. We're going to run grocery stores, and we'll make the food cheaper. Well, what's that going to do? It's going to put out the small businesses there, the bodegas that are selling groceries and so forth. It's going to go into competition with them. And that's exactly what Trump is looking to do. And it's going to really be the result of his program that he has. Do we have those clips in the board, Lance? I don't see those clips that I sent you.
Yes, they are on the board.
Okay. All right. Well, the first Freedom Fuel Network gas station has landed, he says, in Philadelphia. And the White House put out a commercial, which when I saw it, I thought, what is this? Is this AI slop?
Save money. I had to go back in and get my change. I thought gas was more expensive, but it's not. So thanks, Trump, for saving me some money.
We're here at the first Freedom Fuel Network gas station right here in Philadelphia, leading the charge to lower gas prices, $3.47. That's for our 47th president, President Donald J. Trump. The price of gas here is 50 cents lower than the Pennsylvania average gas price.
4th of July, gas prices are coming down, which is great.
I am very happy about the cheap gas prices.
Happy 4th of July.
Hopefully everyone has a great holiday. Super pumped the gas prices are lowered.
I'm just grateful. Right now, we're in a difficult time in this world, but it's nice to see some stability that we can enjoy.
Definitely appreciate the lower gas prices.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When I saw it, I thought it was fake news, but I'm glad it's
When I saw this, I thought it was AI.
my eyes. I just rolled past. I'm actually taking a trip down the shore, so I wasn't even going to come and get the gas, but I'm glad I did, because now it just saved me a lot of money. Thanks a lot, Trump. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
Hey, bro, you're doing a great job.
President Donald J. Trump leading the charge to lower gas prices right here at Freedom Fuel Network's gas stations.
Isn't that amazing? The guy that created a global oil crisis and shot the price of oil way up, is now boasting about how he is lowering it. That's like closing the Strait of Hormuz and then bragging about getting it open again, which they didn't do. And so they're selling it for $3.47, whereas the average price in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, where they have high taxes, is $3.98 and $3.86, higher in Pennsylvania than it is even in New Jersey. The national average price of fuel is $3.79 per gallon. Wasn't that great? Trump is getting us cheaper gas. What an idiotic, asinine take on all of this. What was the average national price before he started his war, or Israel's war? The average price before the war started was $2.98. Now the average price is $3.79. He's getting the price of gas down. Yeah, just only MAGA could believe that. You have to be that clueless in order to believe that. But I looked at this and I thought, so what is this? You know, my first thought of it was, this is not even real. And then I checked it and it's like, no, he does have a network of some of these stations that are doing it. And so I looked for the Freedom Fuel Network. And there actually was a website, freedomfuelnetwork.lol. Somebody took out this website. Take a look at this. Freedom Fuel Network, how it started. And they talk about Donald Trump and then they say, and yet it doesn't exist at all, because he talked about this on June the 30th. And so on June 30th, there were no gas stations. And that's what they point out there. They said there are 0 gas stations in the Freedom Fuel Network. I thought, is that right? Did the Hill actually get this wrong? Because the Hill reported some of those quotes from that video. I looked at that and my first response was, well, they just fell for some AI slop from the White House, which they do all the time. But no, actually, they also had a link in the story to a different website, which is the real website from the White House. That website looks like this. It's got 25 stores there, and you can click on them. They're numbered 1 through 25. 25 stores in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I don't know how many tens of thousands of locations there are in the United States that sell gasoline, but here's 25 of them. And so I looked at one of these. I went to number 1 and went to Google Maps to see what this place looked like. Here's what it looks like. It's actually a Gas-and-Go convenience store. But you saw the video there where they had gone through and they had done some new livery and branding and signs for the Trump administration saying Freedom Fuel and all the rest of the stuff, covering up the Gas-and-Go stuff, or covering up, some of them are Sunoco stations. They basically just went into a few franchises and a few convenience stores. And because this network did not exist, he didn't create any new stores. What he did was he created deals with some of the existing stores over the last, 10 days or so, and put this stuff up overnight. All he did was put a wrapping on it, put his name on it effectively. That's what Trump does. Here's Freedom Store number 2. Oh, look at that. It's another Gas-and-Go. I didn't go through all 25 of them, but you're going to see something like that, or you're going to see a Sunoco station. But look at this. We'll go back to number 1 again. Look what the price is there. $2.99. And he's bragging about the fact that it's going to be $3.49. When was that picture taken? Well, that picture was taken May of 2025. Gas was $2.99. Now, even at Trump's Freedom Store, it's $3.49. But that's a victory according to the White House and according to MAGA. Yeah, we should cheer that. But just stay tuned, because with Trump, it's not usually just a lie. There's also some kind of a scam to make him money personally. That's the kind of fascism that's behind this. But again, he announced that on June 30th. He knew that we were going to buckle up for a longer gas war. as part of this Zionist quagmire that he's gotten us into. On Tuesday, American forces struck more than 80 Iranian targets in response to Islamic Republic attacking 3 commercial ships. And they were boasting about the fact these are punitive strikes. They're not strategic. They're punitive. You don't win wars with punitive strikes. What you do is you galvanize the opposition. And so as the escalation continued, Trump said that the memorandum of understanding is over. It didn't even last a month after they signed this agreement. They never abided by any of it. They publicly denounced all of it. That's where we are with these people. The common man. They created Common Core to dumb down our children. They created Common Pass to track and control us. Their Commons Project to make sure the commoners own nothing. And the communist future. They see the common man as simple, unsophisticated, ordinary. But each of us has worth and dignity created in the image of God. That is what we have in common. That is what they want to take away. Their most powerful weapons are isolation, deception, intimidation. They desire to know everything about us while they hide everything from us. It's time to turn that around and expose what they want to hide. Please share the information and links you'll find at davidknightshow.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you can't support us financially, please keep us in your prayers. davidknightshow.com.